Hi, my name is Maya and I go to Vermont's upper school. So my project is Tabletop robot and I have just completed my first milestone. So my first milestone included getting the sensors and servos to work, first separately and then together. So I coded them to respond to each other, and I also started the construction of my chassis. So the infrared sensors. So they have one infrared emitting diode that sends the signal, and then a position sensitive detector that receives the signal, and then a signal processing unit, and their optimal distance range is 10 to 80 centimeters. And the ultrasonic sensor has ultrasonic transmitters and a receiver, and also a control processing unit. And the way it works is it sends high frequency sound waves, and then it uses the time in between sending the wave and receiving the echo to determine the distance between the sensor and an object or the edge of a table. And after learning and understanding how all these sensors work, I started coding the servos to respond to information given by the sensors. And the way that I did it was anytime the sensor sensed anything within 8 centimeters, the servos spin backwards in order to avoid that obstacle or edge of table or whatever it may be. So I had a few difficulties with this, especially the sensors and the ultrasonic sensor, because the ultrasonic sensor, it would sometimes give like inaccurate readings like 0, even if it was just lying flat on the table with nothing near it. So one way I tried to fix this was that I took more readings per microsecond, and then I averaged them together to see if that would give me a more accurate reading. And while this didn't improve the readings that I got, it still gave me 0 sometimes. So I ended up just switching out the ultrasonic sensors until I got one that worked, and I think this is my 3rd one. And the infrared sensors, since their optimal distance range is 10 to 80 centimeters, it doesn't really account for anything closer. So I figured out the closest accurate reading, which was about 6 centimeters, and then I coded it to 8 centimeters to just make sure I get every scenario. So these sensors were used to determine, as said, the edge of table or an obstacle so it can avoid it. And next, I guess, I'm just going to finish the construction of my chassis and work on any potential modifications. And here I'm plugging it in, and the servos are going to respond to the code that I wrote in Arduino. And here are here's the information that the sensors give back through the Arduino to the computer, and then the servos respond based on the information they get.